Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at people who ignore their gut feelings. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. Don't ever do that. Don't ever ignore your gut feeling. I had a bad feeling out of nowhere about a Hinge date. As soon as my Uber pulled up and I saw him, my heart just sank. Something felt wrong. We walked together and talked about not much, and I honestly felt sick, like it was hard to breathe. I just needed to get away from him. I sat down and said I wasn't feeling well and had to go home. He was immediately concerned and offered to flag a cab for me, which made me feel like I was being dumb and I should give it a chance. After all, he hadn't done anything. He ended up confessing to me that he had killed 3 classmates in high school. He grew up in a developing country and his family had money, so they just covered it up and moved him away. Did he text her that? Or was she like, oh, you know what? I don't need to go home anymore. And he told her that. That's freaking crazy. Why didn't he just confess that? Like, he just thought it was good to tell her? You know, I killed 3 people when I was younger and I got away with it because my family was rich. But also good that he felt vulnerable enough to tell her because now she can run away. Jeez. To check on my father that one night. He passed away the next day. He suffered with cancer for 8 months and I truly thought he had more time. I never got to say goodbye. I touched his head at his funeral. That's so sad. But it's not her fault because she didn't know and she was probably busy. Friend ghosted me for a year. Had a gut feeling I should not reach out to talk to him. I did. Things were good until I got pregnant with my partner. Gut feeling told me I should just cut off contact with a friend. I didn't. He gave me a key to his house in a Mother's Day card and I stopped talking to him. It got weird really quickly, telling his entire family it was his baby. He told my partner it was his baby and tried to sabotage my relationship because he felt like we were meant to be together. I should have trusted those gut feelings. Instead, I gave him the benefit of the doubt and ended up with a hell of a lot of stress just after I had a baby, and I spent the next 6 months paranoid they were going to turn up at my door. If a freaking friend gives me the key to his house, I'd be like, hell no. Why would I want to have your keys? You know, that's sus. Man, some people are just crazy. The fact that the friend ghosted her too. He ghosted her first, and then he wants to come back into her life to claim her baby? Huh? What's wrong with these people? I lost my friend in the crowd at a beer festival. I found her back when it was time to leave. I didn't see her drink all that much, but I told her my brother could come pick us up and she didn't have to drive. She assured me she was fine. She didn't look drunk, but I felt something was wrong. However, I didn't want to start a fight, so I got in and decided to trust her. The car flipped twice before crashing in a gas station parking lot. I was miraculously unarmed, except for the PTSD that makes me unable to drive to this day. My friend also survived. I should have just called my brother and let her crash alone. She was literally drunk and she's like, no, I can drive. I can drive. You don't trust me? Why don't you trust me? You're not a good friend. She literally tried to gaslight her friend just to drive drunk. Jeez. Well, I hope she cut that friend out of her life because that's toxic. Hell no. You don't need someone like that in your life. Well, not me, but my mum always had a bad feeling about my uncle's wife. While they were married, she tried and failed to place a hit on him. They aren't together anymore. She tried to kill him. That's a big gut feeling. The mum was like, I have a gut feeling about this one. But she just doesn't know what. I think it's pretty crazy how you can have a gut feeling about someone, but you just don't know what it is. Just something bad. This online girl I had just gotten to know asked me out. I said no thanks and she pressured me. He literally said no thanks and she was still like, no, you need to go out with me. You do. I had a bad feeling but ignored it because I couldn't imagine anyone wanting me in their life so badly, and it was flattering. Boy. It was flattering that someone that he's not even into was into him. Okay. Same bitch threatened suicide to keep me with her when I tried to escape. Yeah, those people ain't it. I mean, it's already a red flag when you say no to someone and they're still like, no, please give me a chance. Please, 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 please. There was a reason why you didn't like them in the first place. There's a reason why your brain is like, no. Letting a best friend back into my life multiple times, and she did pretty much the same thing each time. Pretty dumb of me to believe she changed for the better, and each time it got worse. People don't normally change. It's really hard for someone to change. Well, when I started dating my first and so far only boyfriend, I had a really weird feeling at first, but brushed it off as my social awkwardness and general nervousness around people. The first year and a half were for the most part fine. He was my best friend before, and during our relationship, however, for whatever reason, he began to be pretty pushy. He would get upset with me over the smallest of things, that is, not answering the phone, being busy, or even just saying no to dates that I physically could not go to because of other plans or family things. I again got a feeling that I should just ghost him, but I didn't, and it progressed into him not liking any of my friends, which in turn led to me eventually cutting ties with all of them. He then began gaslighting me, and when I did want to leave the relationship, he threatened his life if I did. He made me feel awful about myself, and I ended up starving myself for multiple reasons. I did finally get away from him, but he was stalking me and my family for a little over a year before we moved. Safe to say, I really wish I listened to that feeling. Never ignore your gut feeling. Anyone who gets upset over you doing something else because you have plans, not with them, yeah, ditch them. Because seriously, what do you mean you can't have a life outside of your relationship? Excuse me? Hello? Ditch them. I feel like so many people just feel bad, so they can't do it. It's probably for the best most of the times. Seriously. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!